Victoria here, Scrappy Crafter. I am just back from Quiltcon. I'm using this new telescopic thing. Hold on. Okay, back. I fixed it. I made it a little higher. And I did a little shopping, as you can probably see. Let me move this out of the way for a second. We'll get to that in a minute. So, and I met some people. I met this young lady right behind me, Tracy with the sewing channel, and I met Di from Sister Chicks Quilting. So exciting. So in my I was volunteering every day, and I won a merch bag. And then, unbeknownst to me, because I volunteered like 22 hours, so I'm what they call a super volunteer, and I got another merch bag with the same stuff, and it came with one of these and one of these, which are little pre-cut pieces of fabric. And these are little, let's say 2 inches, 3 inches. I don't even know. I got to pull a ruler. 2.5 inch squares. And these, if you can see, I got 2 twins. I got came with some little squishmallow fabric. Someone gifted me some because they were going on a plane and didn't want to carry a bunch of stuff. So that was very nice, very thoughtful. And I got more fabric. Actually, I don't know how much is here. I'll have to look and see. And more fabric. These have little scissors on them. Buy and buy. Buy and buy fabric. These have little sewing machines on them. Super cute. And let's see how much fabric is in this. I don't want to use those. Excuse the hair. I did do my hair, and I still look like a Muppet. I haven't sprayed it. Very Muppety. It's okay. It's been through some stuff this past week, you know. Traveling. Then I couldn't come home. I had to extend my stay because of the snowstorm. Right? So I was staying in North Carolina. Fat quarter. Very nice fabric. Silky. Super silky feeling. I got a couple of these things. This is, I'm not really sure. It's like an iron-on, I guess. It's a phoenix. Rising from the ashes. So the girl gave me this also. I guess it's an iron-on. Yeah, iron-on puff. I'm not sure. But I have 3 of them now. If you would like one of these, because I have so many, just send me an email. I'm happy to stick one in the mail to you. I'm happy to share, because what am I going to do with all these phoenixes? I've got 3 of them, right? What else? Salty Hippo tattoo. Coffee helps me maintain my never kill anyone streak. Super cute. I got 3 of these. It's not a mistake. It's a design choice. Dull people have organized sewing rooms, and as you can see, I'm not very dull. I got True Grips. I have a ton of these. If you guys need any of these, I'm happy to share. I will send you some. I might open a package. How many are in here? 15 large, 15 small. I might just send, let me know if you're interested. And I'll mail them to you. All kinds of information, of course. I'm looking at the back of my head right now. I'm sorry. National. I think this is another way. I think somebody gave me this because my quilt was rejected for the show. They say, oh, don't say you were rejected. Well, what do you call it? It wasn't a, like, I wasn't in the show, so. I got all kinds of stickers, bookmarks, little bookmarks. This is from Plains and Pine. Super cute little bookmarks. And then it's got the QR code down here. If you might be able to go on there for the free pattern for this quilt. So there, I'll leave it up for a minute so you can scan that for the free pattern. And here's another one for this star. There's the pattern. And there's the QR code. Oh, I'm shaking a little bit. So you can scan that, go to their site, and you can get that free download for that quilt. What else is here? I got all kinds of stickers. I blew my budget on stickers, y'all. Blew my budget. Here's another QR code. Quilter's Bliss. I think this is a fabric. Quilter's Bliss. There's the QR code. What's this one? I don't know what that was. Some people, more stickers. I got stickers, y'all. Oh, they gave me one of these for being a super volunteer. See what you get when you're a super volunteer? You get the super volunteer sticker. I'll have to put it on my sewing machine cover like I did with the other one. Lo and behold, this was a free quilt pattern also. This was the cathedral window quilt pattern. I'll leave that up there for you to scan that, and you can get this pattern free. What else? Seeking textile artists, 35 and younger, multiple cash awards prizes. This is for another art exhibit. This one is in what? Houston. Here's the QR code. I'm not sure if that's for that or if that's for the CT publishing. A lot of people, they write books and they use the CT publishing. There's that. So tight. So this was for this magnetic system, which was really interesting. How you use these little things to hold the fabric down to cut it on your cutting mat. I did not purchase this, but I thought it was an interesting idea. And to me, they were not very affordable. They were kind of on the pricey side for me. So if you got money to burn, go for it. I don't know what this one is. Alice in Glass. I stopped by the Juki. I tried out the Miyobi. I got some pricing. I really wanted to take home the floor model of the Juki Miyobi. If y'all not seen it. It is a beautiful all metal machine. When I was talking to them and they were talking about the frames, the different frame types, they said all of their frames are made by, what's the name of the company? I've forgotten the name of the company. My bad. The long arm people. They're long arm people. Anyway, so I was like, well, why am I going to get my machine from you guys? Why can't I? Moxie Handy Quilter. That's it. That's who the frames are made by. And he told me, he said, because Juki, when you get a Juki machine, they're only serviced once every 5 years. the other machines are every 18 months. And sure enough, I asked the Bernina people about, or not the Bernina people, the Moxie people. And sure enough, that's true. Every 18 months, those machines have to be serviced. And if you do the math, I said, well, how much does it cost for servicing? And they're like, you know, every shop's different. They have their own service person. So you have to find a shop that services it, right, that has the service guy. Then you have to take the machine there, and it could be around $200 every 18 months. So you're almost better off paying a little tiny bit more and going with the Juki product, the Juki machine. You know, I mean, they're around $7. The floor model was like, they took a little bit more off, but I think it was Ken's sewing parts or something like that. Ken's online sewing machines or something. He offers them at a decent rate. I believe that the Quilt Show price was $6.99. Their floor model they wanted with financing, they would take $350 off. Without financing or with cash, they'd take $500 off. It really wasn't it wasn't a big enough, you know, discount for my liking. So there's that. The Grace Company. I got information about the Cutie Breeze, this tabletop. So, and I met the guy who does the programming for the carriage, like it runs the carriage, and then you pay an extra like $2,000 or something like that, like with the program little tablet thing and all that. It was going to be over a little right around or over $2,000. And I think the frame itself is like normally $500. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, about the frame, the Cutie Breeze, right? So you can look up prices on that. You know, sometimes with these, I know for my Juki, I got my Juki TL 2010Q from the local distributor. You can contact your local distributor. If you go into Juki America, it'll have all the local distributors around you. And if you're in the Jersey area, you can call Arrow with East Coast Sewing Machines. Go to eastcoastsewingmachines.com. And sometimes they do have some prices there. And if depending on the machine you get, they'll come to your house and set it up. Like if you get one of those ones, I think it's like a DLL model or something. DL, I don't know. They'll come to your house and set it up in the table and everything. If you're going with like a TL model, you meet them somewhere and it's right off the truck. And you save considerably with that. I forgot to tell you, I should have started this. So when I got my badge, I'll cover up my name. When I got my badge, it says that I'm an individual, so I'm not in a guild. But I had this little blue bag right here, and only 1,000 people had the little blue bag, which means that I was a winner, and that's how I got the merch bag. And then they have these cute little flags that you can put on. Some people had like, I mean, they had like a foot of flags on the little ribbons. And then I got little pins, and I got the little Juki pin. Super cute. I did get some more pins. They were giving them out. Some people had the wheel. I'll show you. We're going to have some fun with this at some point in time. But they had the little wheel. And you spin the wheel, and then you win something. So that was fun. You got to pick something. Oh, these foundation. These were in. So somehow, I got 3. So one for each bag, right? And then the merchandisers had extras, and they came into the volunteer room and with boxes of stuff. And I grabbed one. I was like, okay, I don't know what it is. I'll just grab it. But what it is, and I guess they're all the same. Little pieces of paper that you can like do your, you put a piece of fabric here, and then you put one here, and then you sew on these lines. I think that's how it works. I've never done paper piecing before. I tried it once. My sister swears by it. She says it's a game changer. So we'll get into that eventually as time goes on with the paper piecing. What else? So I got this shirt that I'm wearing. It's a hoodie. Very nice. Really nice long sleeves. It's a nice length. You can't see it, but that's that. I got this shirt, which is really nice fabric. Very lightweight, but it shrunk in the wash, even though I washed it on cold and dried it, gentle cycle, dried it on like delicate cycle. It was still wet when I took it out. I put it over the air conditioner in my hotel room and it still shrunk. But it's a super cute shirt. It's very soft. So, very cute. I got socks. I'm wearing them right now. This is for my sister. She's watching. The surprise. Now you know. Now you know what I got you. This shirt also super cute. I got this for my sister. It shrunk too, and it shrunk up, and that's not nice. So if you're gonna buy, and I went up a size, and it still didn't matter. And I got these socks, so pretty, very pretty. And I got little bitty ones. What I found, I tried to wear these socks with shoes, and because they don't have the little elastic thing around this portion of the foot, they slide down. So I'm just gonna wear them as slippers, whatever. They're very pretty. What else? What else can I show you? What else did I get? I got lots of stickers. And I invested in a computer program, the EQ8. Yeah, so we'll be playing with that for sure. And there were these little tags, super cute little tags. Of course, I have two. And then I have these, so of course I have two because I've got two of everything, right? They have little bags of the clips. If y'all email me, you want a little bag of clips, because I love these clips. I recommend these clips, as y'all know. I'm happy to share. Online. I like these big ones too. So much larger than the other ones. They're very nice. Oops, and down. Oh well. And I got some thread. The thread at the Quiltcon was, to me, it was unaffordable. And that's how I'm going to describe it. It was probably really good thread, but I was looking at the prices and I'm like, how many yards? I was like, that's for somebody else. Well, here's another card. Anna Maria Textiles. There's the QR code if you guys want to look them up. What else? I got some panels. This one is, I'll just take them out and show you. Maybe. What's in there? I got one for this one is the Shenanigans. I'm going to have to hold it up. You're going to have to use your imagination. The Shenanigans. Isn't that pretty? And then it says it way down at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that because I can't see. I'm behind the thing. So we have that to look forward to. Figuring out what we're going to do with that. I might do a front and back because I have some other panels here. And my sisters and I went on a trek across America. My sister sent her car over from Maui. So we flew over into Oakland to pick it up from Oakland, California, and then we drove across the country back to Vermont, where I was at that time. And we stopped at Yellowstone, which was absolutely incredible. We saw Old Faithful. So this is like a four-panel thing. I hope you guys can see it because I can't. I'm guessing. Super cute. And my son and I did the trip down the Shenandoah Valley last year, and then my sister and I did it. So my son came up here to Jersey. Then I gifted him my little Kia car, my little Kia Soul. And then we drove it down. I had a little bit of a trip. We went down the Shenandoah Valley. And if you haven't been down to the Shenandoah Valley, to Luray Caverns and all that, I highly recommend it. I don't recommend doing back-to-back like the, what are they called? The Shenandoah Caverns? I don't remember what they're called, but, yeah, sorry. But Luray Caverns, I recommend doing separate because my back was bothering me after doing both. The Luray Caverns, it's huge. It's like double the size of the other ones. But the other, it's all like kind of paved. But and it has like walking paths that are smoother. But there are some, kind of, it's angled, inclines. But the other one, it's all like natural. So it's all uneven rock and stuff that when you go spelunking. And this one is the Great Smoky Mountains, right? Oh, sorry. This is I haven't opened this one yet. Yeah, this one's the Great Smoky Mountains. Kind of autumny colors. They're cute. So we're going to be doing stuff with this eventually. I have other things on my schedule. Plus, I have a little part-time job. I'm an independent contractor. So my busy time of year is coming up. I work at the theme parks, taking care of the jewelry and sunglasses there. So that's going to be a busy time for me. If y'all are interested, I don't need 2 of these bags. Let me know. Send me an email if you're interested in one of these bags. I have one. I'm happy to share. I will send it to you. It also included an American Patchwork Quilting magazine. I'll send this. If you guys want this, let me know. Email me if you want a magazine. I'll email it to you. I mean, not email it. I'll mail it to you. I got this, the Fat Quarterly. I'm not really sure what this is. It's by Benartex. So, block remix. It's got some interesting stuff in here. I took a couple classes. I took 4 lectures, not classes, lectures. And I didn't video, but what I did was I took pictures of the, what they put up on the screen. So I will be sharing those with y'all. I had another thing. I did volunteer at one class. The class was called Fussy Cutting Stripes for Impact. Get ready. Brace for impact. Look at this. So this is an award-winning quilt. The teacher, Lorena, she came all the way over from Australia. There she is. She was very sweet. I was her assistant for this class, and she gifted this to me. So I don't have video on this, but it was about how to cut your stripes and how to incorporate them to make different designs with them, right? And when cutting your stripes, you cut them on point, right? So you want this to be at the top. You're not cutting a regular square, you're cutting them in a diamond, basically. And then when you move them around, you can get this. So it was very interesting. This was cool. This was done with, you know, the little flowers here. So this technique, but you can look up Lorena. Check her out online. I think she's got books. There's her name. There. Really interesting art. She was just as sweet as she could be. She kept on saying, I'm sorry I don't have more for you. And I was just like, oh my God, it's plenty. Now, what else did I get? I saw this cute little kitten fabric. And I did. I bought little kitten fabric. They were $5 for some things, and I matched it with this cute little flower pattern. Flower power. So pretty. And then I found this little nature thing with the little deer. So cute. What else did I get? Oh, so much stuff. Wait. I saw this at one place. They had it at the end of Quiltcon. When you go shopping at Quiltcon, wait until like the last day. If you're going to be there the whole time, wait till the last time, like the last day to buy, because that's when everything goes on sale. Everything, not everything. Things are more deeply discounted closer to the end. And I found this fun fabric. It's so cool. I'm like, yeah, I got to have this in my life. I'm not big into yellow, but this was really cool. Just a rainbow of these dots. Really neat. And I think this was discounted down 30%. So I think it was, I don't know. And then one place, let me find her card. Because this lady, isn't it? Nope. I'm right here. I'm just searching for the information on that fabric. I just went through everything and organized it, and now I can't find a thing. Isn't that the way? Hope you guys can hear me. Anyway, it was something renewable. And what they did was they got fabric that was donated to them, or they would go to like yards. No, I don't know about yard sales, but more like kind of like the Death Quilter Society, right? When a quilter dies, their family usually donates the fabric. So it was kind of like that. And so they had the best prices. They had everybody else was like $3.75 for a fat quarter. So I got some fat quarters. I bought so much she threw one in for free. Got yellow, red, purple. Really nice fabrics. And then on the inside of the folded fabric, she had them, they were labeled like so. So you see the price there. It was like a yard for $10. Real pretty green. This is what caught my eye, this red. I was like, I gotta have that in my life. Get this one. I'm sure you're just thrilled with the... If you're like me, then yeah, you'll be like, yeah, show me more. And those sparkly snowflakes. I got a pattern for this one. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna be making this. So some of that might go in there. And then this was the last one. I thought this was kind of fun. I thought it'd be cool just to kind of fussy cut the flowers. So, yeah, I bought so much. She said, I'm a subscriber to your channel. Here, I'm going to give you this for free. I'm like, okay, that's nice. Then I was in I don't know if I was working or if, like, with the wayfinding team. So they have like welcome and wayfinding, and that's where I was most of the time volunteering. So I don't know if I was there when I was given this, or if I was in the lecture hall. I can't remember. It's all a little bit of a blur. But so this girl comes up and she's got this bag. I want to say we were waiting for the lecture hall to open. And she made these little things up. Can you see it? With a one little piece of fabric cut inside. And it's little. It's pretty little rectangle. And so this was like a community project that was a community idea. So this says, oh, I gotta get my glasses. So this is, she said, are you interested in helping me with this community project? So me and the ladies beside me were like, yeah, sure. You know, we'll help you, you know, whatever. So she's from Maine or Massachusetts. I'm not really sure. MA, Massachusetts? Yeah, Massachusetts, Boston. So what she says is that the purpose, she said that she desired community. So her idea was that we would all finish this off to where it would look like this. See how it starts off in the center and then you add to it, right? And she gives the instructions. I want to cover her information, sorry. So she gives the instructions on what to cover, what to cut, what's needed to finish it, and where to mail it to. And then she'll put it all together and send us an email, I guess, on, you know, when it's all finished. So I'm going to do that. I'll have a little video on that at some point in time. And what else? Oh, here's a tip for you. I bought this fabric shaver from Temu. It put a hole in my fabric. Don't buy it. Oh, this was something else that was in the bags. Little laundry soap. I found this interesting that they gave out these little things. You add 1 teaspoon to a gallon of cool water, soak for 15 minutes, gently squeeze, and no need to rinse for high efficiency machines. So we'll see. I wish I'd known that before, because I ended up doing laundry at the laundromat in the hotel, and I bought soap. So that's what I got. Oh wait, there's more. Hold on. I started to open this and I thought, oh, I'm going to do an unboxing. I got a Laura Star, y'all. I got a Laura Star. I did. I got the floor model. It's not the biggest, fanciest one. It's the next one down. The biggest, fanciest one was like, I think $3,000. It comes in the ironing table. The ironing table on it is really cool. It's got a fan built into it. So, you know, it's very steam. It's a hot steam. And the fan that's built into it sucks all the steam right down through the fabric, and it just flattens it just like that. It's incredible. And it came on, I got this little wheelie cart for it. So this goes like that to hold because my space is very tight here. So you'll be seeing me use that, and I'll probably do a little video on that later on. So I think that's all for now. Is that everything? Let me have another peek around. Oh, there's more. But oh, wait, there's more. There was this little pattern here. I don't know what this is. There's a YouTube, something on YouTube for how to do it. Let's see if I can. There's my bows. Y'all know the bows saying hi. Let's see if there's a QR code or something. No, there's not. But it says that there's a video tutorial on YouTube. Oceanside. That might be what it's called. Oceanside. So you can give that a look-see. See if it's something you're interested in. Sally Tomato. I don't know. And then they had these cool pins. I was kind of disappointed when I opened it. It was kind of a tease, right? You get this thing and you're thinking, ooh, pins, right? And then you open it. Wait, can I open it? It's tricky. And you only get 2 pins. But there's the QR code if y'all want to scan. So they just send you just to sample. You can try 2, one of the short ones and one of the long ones. That's all you get. But I did hear, like, Di from Sister Chicks, I think she's been using these pins with this little funky rubber end, which adds to grip. You know, you can grip it. And then this is the little bitty short one. There's the end, teeny tiny. So I got 2 of those. I was kind of disappointed, but you know, there's the thing, and I think that's got a discount, 20% off the magic pins. I don't know, whatever. So there's the code for you. This one I already ripped open. Let's see what was in there. I was excited, and I was like, woohoo, pins and magic pins. And then, you know, kind of a letdown, you know. But I got 2 more extra pins now, or 4. I don't know about these little bitty ones, though. We'll see what happens with those. So that is all. And I will do another video later about the Laura Star, about setting it up and all that. And check out the Laura Star site. A lot of people use it. A lot of people love it. It's got a 10-year warranty. You know, I mean, there's no, if you have, whoa. If, you know, if you got to use a Hamilton Beach, I suggest getting one of these little boot things. I got this off of Temu for like $1 or something. It really does help with keeping your plate clean. But this is old now, and it was starting to heat unevenly. I've cleaned it up with the special cleaner a few times, and it just hasn't gotten any better. You know, they die. It's an $18 machine, right? So they're just meant to, unfortunately, we're living in a day and age where we're throwaway society, unfortunately. Sorry. So yeah, I'll probably send this to, I might keep it around for my man when he wants to iron some, because I don't think he's going to be able to handle the Laura Star. He's going to be like, how do I use this thing? I'm like, okay, well, you got to turn it on, and you got to wait for the water to boil, and then you got to burp the thing, and the big plume of steam comes out, right? Excuse me. I don't think he's going to want that. I think he's going to want the old-timey, you know, plug it in, wait for a couple minutes, and you're good to go. So yeah. Excuse me. So that's what I got going on. I'm just kind of in recovery mode right now. Packing, you know, putting stuff away, cleaning up, getting back into the rhythm of normal day-to-day life. But I do have some stuff coming up, and soon, very soon, and I will be posting videos on the show once I get everything together. So, sorry, I had a tickle. So, as soon as I get my ducks in a row and recover from my travels, put everything away, I'll have some stuff, new stuff coming out. I hope to be able to have the videos of a bunch of the quilts that I saw at Quiltcon. I will probably post the one that I voted for Viewer's Choice. It's absolutely spectacular, and I will probably be posting that tomorrow or the next day, probably within the next couple days, or maybe even tonight, I'm not sure. And then I'll be posting. I have to organize all of my pictures because I took so many, not only of quilts, but of the lectures that I participated in, that I went to. I got to make sure that it's okay that I can post that information to share with y'all. One was on quilt math, which I thought was interesting. Let's see, what were the other ones? Actually, you know what's kind of handy that they do? They print the classes right on the back of the badge. So this shows you everything that I signed up for. So if you go to Quiltcon, they'll have your classes and workshops signed up right here, lectures, whatever. So, excuse me. So I had a 4-day badge pass, and I took modern machine quilting, which didn't turn out to be what I thought it was going to be. You know, scrap your negative space. I thought that was interesting. It also was not what I thought it was going to be. Actually, the scrap your negative space is actually what I'm doing here in this quilt. Basically, it's not all one piece of fabric, right? I'm using, it's like a shadow because they're in the same color family. But if you can see it, I've got some, I don't know if that's too much light. So, you know, this is 4 different pieces. This is white on white, this is gray, and then this is like gray on white or something. So it kind of recedes into the background. It's like a hint of color. So I was kind of surprised. That class was not what I thought it was going to be. Then the next one I took was Math Masterpiece. And then I took The Magic of Color Interaction, which also was very kind of similar to this sort of, you know, thing, and about how it was great about color, hue, value, and saturation, right? So when you put something that's light against something that's dark, it makes the light lighter and the dark darker. Whereas if you put like 2 darks together, it just, you know, it doesn't pop. So it was an interesting class. Karen Brown, Just Get It Done Quilts. She has a really great video on color. I highly suggest you look at that video. I'll post a link in the bottom of my video here. What else? I think that was it. I'm getting a little scratchy in my throat. Talk so much now. So y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you soon.